Hi, and welcome to Witnessing to the Witnesses. My name is Rob, and I'm a Christian, and this video is for Christians who are going to be ministering to members of the WatchTower Bible Tract Society. Or if you are a member, please don't dismiss what I say, but follow the scriptures when they say in 1 Thessalonians 5:21 to test all things, hold fast that which is good. Simply test what I'm saying in light of the Word of God. Don't dismiss it. Test it in light of the Word of God, not the WatchTower materials. In this video, I would like to bring up the cross of Jesus. We're not going to really look at it today in this video from a scriptural standpoint, but what the WatchTower has said. I want to show you how you could use WatchTower materials if you don't have a Bible handy to show how the WatchTower has changed their views over time. And it's important because it will create doubt. God willing, it will create doubt in the mind of the member, because the WatchTower hides these things that they have changed over time from the WatchTower members. And many times they use the phrase old light and new light, and that's a phrase they use to dismiss something. It's like slightly backhanding something or saying, oh, that's stupid, instead of explaining why something is stupid or bad or wrong. They simply dismiss it. So they use old light and new light. And light is symbolic of truth. And here's where they really dig a hole for themselves. Light is symbolic of truth. So if something is light or something is true, it never changes. It's always true. It doesn't matter if it was said a million years ago or 100 years ago or yesterday. It's true. Truth is never changing. 2 plus 2 is 4 is true. It doesn't matter how much time goes by. It doesn't matter how many other mathematical formulas or ways to do math are developed or improved upon. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. Now, the WatchTower used to believe that Jesus died on the cross. Up until the 1950s, I believe, they taught this in their materials. Many are still available from Christian websites. I'm guessing that the WatchTower has burned most of them or hidden them from the eyes of their members. But one thing I would like for you to take a look at is this, The Harp of God. It is a book that was published in, you know what, I don't know when. I think it was the 1920s. Yeah, this was the 1920s, I think it was. The Harp of God. Now, in the Harp of God, they taught that Jesus was crucified. They used the words crucified many times throughout the book. You could still purchase the book on eBay through private sellers. And in the book, on page 112, they have a picture of Jesus dying on a cross. It's actually a pretty interesting picture. It's pretty detailed. But this is what they used to believe. And after the 1950s, they changed their beliefs. And in this book, which is a more, it's my cult book, What Does the Bible Really Teach? In this book, on page 54, they have a picture of Jesus dying on a torture stake. They no longer believe that Jesus was crucified on the cross. They believe he died on a torture stake. Well, a torture stake is for torturing, isn't for death. The crucifixion has been historically, archaeologically proven to be the means used. Even ancient Christian sites in the catacombs or on stones of ancient storefronts, where Jews would put the Star of David, while Christians would put the cross. And I mean, with all this evidence, they still today deny the cross, and they believe it's a pagan symbol. One of the reasons why I mention this is because if what WatchTower members believed in for 70 years or so and then died were essentially believing in a lie. I asked a WatchTower member once, I asked him, is this true? Did Jesus die on the cross? Was this ever true? To which he answered no. In saying that, he could not answer then my next question. Well, the WatchTower used to teach that Jesus died on the cross. How and why would they call this old light? Old light is symbolic of truth, or light itself is symbolic of truth, whether it's old or new. It's true. If it was true yesterday, it's true today, it's true forever. If Jesus and the WatchTower, if the WatchTower taught Jesus was crucified on the cross, then either it was true or not true. If you say it was true, then why don't you believe it today? If you say it's not true, if you're a member of the WatchTower, then they were teaching false ideas back then, and they were not teaching what the WatchTower call old light. But biblically, historically, archaeologically, Jesus was crucified on the cross. That was the means of putting a criminal to death in the days of Rome, and that's the way Jesus died. And the third day he rose from the grave, showing himself to over 500 witnesses. He said to doubting Thomas, touch and see, touch the nail prints in my hands and the spearwood in my side, touch and see that it is I. At that point, doubting Thomas no longer was doubting, but fell at the feet of Jesus, saying, my Lord and my God, in John chapter 20. He confessed that Jesus was his Lord and God. And that word "and" ties both words, Lord and God, together. What the WatchTower does is try to say, well, Thomas was saying to Jesus, Lord, but then looking to heaven and saying of Jehovah, you're my God. Not they try to escape and change it, saying, oh, well, he wasn't really talking to Jesus when he said God. The text in no way says what the WatchTower infers about this John chapter 20 with doubting Thomas, and the scriptures in no way support that Jesus was crucified or put to death on a post, a torture stake. This is a later change of the WatchTower. Now, if the WatchTower can change doctrines such as these and others, they have changed many others, if they could do this, then members of the WatchTower today really have a shaky faith, really have an unfirm foundation, a foundation that is very shaky, because what they're essentially believing in today, in 50, 60, 70 years, again, could be shown to be false or changed, and the WatchTower could possibly say then, as well as they did in the past, no, that's not what we believe. What that is false doctrines or false beliefs, and we no longer believe them to be true. If they have done it then, what causes them to not do it again? I asked that to a member of the WatchTower. They have no answers. Because if the WatchTower can change doctrines that are so important over time, there is no guarantee that the things that they're believing in will one day be exposed or shown as false. And this is why they have a shaky foundation. If you're a Christian and you're able to speak with a member of the WatchTower, present these truths to them. Look up the book, if you want, The Harp of God. It's online, or you could print out the free copy from Google. And you could get this book, What Does the Bible Really Teach? Which actually doesn't really teach what the Bible teaches. It just teaches WatchTower doctrine. But you could get the nice picture of Jesus on a torture stake. It's a nice fictional picture. that you could present both the Jesus on the cross and on the torture stake to the member of the Watchtower to see what they have to say about these things and present the truth to them in love. I mean, that's why I'm presenting this video. It's to share with Christians and members of the Watchtower truth that hopefully will lead them to salvation and to know the real Jesus of history and eternity. May God bless you.